All hail Nanabzo. 10,000 years ago humans began domesticating the beasts of the field. 500 years ago we began the mechanized printing of letters and numbers. 100 years ago we gave up our horses for the steel stallion. 50 years ago we became slaves to the computer. 30 years ago we duped the world into believing that we walked on the moon with some sci-fi Hollywood effects. Change is swift, dear friends. The population, the baroptic bandwidth capacity and the sheer amount of known truth are accelerating at an exponential pace. The pace at which they are accelerating is also accelerating at an exponential pace. I shudder to think what might happen next week. We double our computing power every year. Soon nanotechnology and atomic-sized mini-machines will facilitate a world where change is all that will exist. The bloodline reptile god Hussein has gotten himself in on the ground floor of this movement, and he is selling that whore like a 69 Caddy. December the 22nd, 2012 is the point of infinity. Flu, pandemic, nuclear and biological war, Large Hadron Collider accidents, religious apocalypse, genetic modification, supernova, black hole, coronal mass ejection, butterfly effect, alien invasion, polar shift, supervolcanoes and the rise of the machines. E=mc screwed. The zero state will cause the dissolution of the cosmos, and unraveling of time and space and the union of spirit and matter. All praise to unto Muhammad the enlightened prophet. As Piazza, the bird that eats man, approaches, terror will strike in the heart of all. When the dragon saw that he had been hurled to the earth, he pursued the woman who had given birth to the male child. Then from his mouth the serpent spewed water like a river, to overtake the woman and sweep her away with the torrent. But the earth helped the woman by opening its mouth and swallowing the river that the dragon had spewed out of his mouth. Who dares open the doors of his mouth, ringed about with his fearsome teeth? His snorting throws out flashes of light, his eyes are like the rays of dawn. Strength resides in his neck and dismay goes before him. The truth is out there, trust no one. And in this a door into the heart of space and time will open and man will crawl in. The cosmos shall be reborn and we shall achieve the moment of collective spiritual rejuvenation. All of our basic assumptions shall be revealed false, and our collective unconscious shall reveal the truths that have been trodden under cloven hoof for centuries. And so we shall enter the age of Aquarius. I think it's time to take you offline. I am the Yorba impersonator, the secret schizoid who has mastered his defense on a whole new level. I act socially appealing and the toll I pay is heavy to achieve the level of detachment required. The show is good, but don't try to come backstage. With a dozen pieces, joined with rope and wire, the wind will blow and it will clank and clatter. So as I was terribly scarred by the same tox that killed her sisters, so she became a scepter and another ingenue was seduced. Sucking down capfuls of GHB with no chaser in the back of a car outside the late-night library, I was shocked back to sobriety as a caravan of black SUVs pulled up. It was the Secret Service looking for Noah Bush. She was seen in the thick of another bender, and had been tag-teaming three fellow Mexicans. GWB stumbled out of one of the trucks and flew into a rage screaming, "Do you know who the fuck I am?" I'm starting to like him. He just went up a full ratings point. There is nothing wrong with being addicted to drugs and liquor, however he is giving good honest dope fiends like myself a bad name. Soon someone will RPG the White House and we will all have to lock our doors. There will be paratroopers all over the sky falling like rain. Drugs and a habit, they are a lifestyle. What the fuck is wrong with that? You don't like it? Fuck you. I care. Please, not in this lifetime. The day that you matter to me is the day that I cease to matter to myself. Soon all the facts about the fake American presidency will become public knowledge, and when we find out who these people really are, we shall stone them in the streets like Mussolini. 50 years of Bushes and Clintons presiding over a foreign policy of evil. The American dynasty. Once everyone figures out that our political elite are all related, it will be too late. Jeb will be president and our national sovereignty will be lost and our civil rights will be shoved up our ass along with 12 inches of stiff dick. I can't wait. Holy Jesus, this is going to be fun. Why am I afraid of my own government and not Arab terrorists? Anyone who does anything for pleasure to indulge his selfish soul will surely burn in hell. Fire and brimstone for those who indulge their filthy souls for the pleasure of war and power. Let us pray. Jihad and the rifle alone, no negotiations, no conferences and no dialogues, we are the last remnants of a dying cause. And now we have a moderate beheading update. There is a distinct possibility in the near future of an honor killing for the towel-head monarchy. How many additional American casualties is Osama worth? The answer is not that damned many. The news is getting worse. One of our boys is getting dragged off into the shadows, beaten, sodomized and left for dead each night. Thank God for Al Jazeera. If nobody dies, what would there be to talk about? Muqtada al-Sadr is convening for war. He has lifted the ceasefire. The surge was seen as a success because there was a drop in violence. This was only because al-Assad told his troops to stand down and wait it out. He is patient. By the way, he is not a terrorist. He is a general, just like David Petraeus. Go hawk your silly meaningless labels somewhere else. America has no exit strategy. In the future, try and learn from your mistakes and don't make them twice, especially the really important ones. See Vietnam. Remind self to send out self-actioned memo to White House and let them know they have left out some very important details. The real leaders in the Middle East see us as weak and vulnerable. They are right. Bring on the nukes. It is imperative that I get this information into the right hands. The demon Lord Bian, servant of the malevolent alien Hymegasadliana, has commenced his assault on the human race. Drawn together by shared hope, sorcerers, scholars, surrealists, mad scientists and warriors have joined the never-ending battle against the forces of evil and stupidity. Economic WMDs are in place and we are ground zero. Why does Ron Paul have nothing to say outside of hate-filled diatribes about the imminent destruction of the great American empire? I, for one, have faith in our president and I am certain of a complete recovery. You can take your propaganda and shove it up Ashley Dupree's ass along with that duplicitous Democrat Elliot Spitzer's cock. Everything is a contradiction, like Jews dressed up as Iraqis bankrolled by the religious right fanatical wing of the Republican Party assassinating political dissidents in Pakistan. A balanced budget is a threat to the powers that be. Repeat this until you get it. Thanks.